Today we're looking at these two mice from Be Quiet. So here I have the Dark Perk ergonomic one, and then we also have the Dark Perk symmetrical. So these do come with the latest Omron optical switches, and they can go up to 8,000 polling rates. And both of these are at 55 grams. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at what these mice have to offer. So inside the box we do get this nice braided orange cable, which I actually really like, because usually not even on keyboards they include this kind of cable, which is nice to see here. And then we have the adapter here, and then here we have the 2.4 gigahertz RF wireless dongle. Aside from that, we also get an extra pair of skates for the mouse here. Comparing some of the differences between the ergonomic and the symmetrical here, the back and forward buttons are actually a little bit easier to go ahead and reach with the ergonomic one here. While with this one, I have to reach a little bit further to go ahead and reach the forward button here. One thing that I like about the symmetrical here, the buttons are a little bit wider on here. So they're about 3 centimeters. While here, it's under 3 centimeters. Inside and at the bottom here, pretty much we got the same parts, same sensors and all that stuff here. So we got the little openings here to make this mouse a little bit lighter. And then we have the switches here. So checking out the weight here, they come at 55 grams, just like as they say on the packaging. And the symmetrical one, it's actually 1 gram heavier here at 56. So just so you can kind of hear how these sounds here, I do have a microphone here. So checking out the skates on these, they're pretty slippery if you're doing any like flicks. So comparing to the mouse I was already using, like this thing feels like heavy right now. I don't want to even hold it. Let's check out some of the settings we're able to go ahead and adjust from the I/O center here. So if I go under product settings, I went ahead and chose 8,000 hertz polling rate. And here are some more of the options we have. So we got the power saving, sensitivity here. So I'll just hover so you can kind of see like what these are. And then lift off distance here, the angle snapping here, ripple control, and the motion sync. And then we have like click speed, which you're able to adjust straight from here, and button response time, soft sleep, and deep sleep. Jumping to the DPI section here, if you want to go ahead and just leave one DPI so you don't have to worry about clicking the button underneath here, you can go ahead and choose that. Here you can see a few different levels that are on, and you're able to easily just go ahead and modify these. And then by the color, you know which one it is. So right now, if I go ahead and press the button here, you can see the color switch, and also it switches the DPI settings. Next, checking out the key bindings here, we're able to go ahead and switch the key bindings super easy here. So all you have to do is just click whatever you want to switch, and then just go here. So under the settings here, for example, I can go like auto fire or whatever I want to. So there's some custom ones you can go ahead and set up here. And also you can go ahead and set some macros and all that stuff here as well. When we're looking at the battery life, they say that this can go up to 110 hours at 1,000 hertz polling rate. And one thing I want to go ahead and test out, which I'm going to go ahead and leave these at 8,000. And then after some time, I'm going to go ahead and leave a comment below so you can kind of see the battery life at the 8,000 polling rate. If the battery does run out, you are also able to go ahead and use it by cable here while it charges. And one cool thing about the cable here is, as you can see, it's a little bit slanted, so the cable is like not touching this, so there's a little less friction, which is actually a nice touch. When it comes down to actual gaming, the sensor performs at top tier. It's not perfect. The CPI deviations means you'll have to tweak your sensitivity settings a bit. And the low speed jitter is a reminder that the 8,000 polling rate tech is still kind of evolving. Once you're in a match and making those high speed swipes, the stability is really good. On any competitive game, you're not going to have any problems with this mouse. Really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions about this mouse, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer it. I'll see you on the next one.